my wife and I looked up real estate afterwards. It's really expensive here. I couldn't. So now I need Carter and AXN to keep going, so I can buy an apartment here.
Apartment here.
I rented a station wagon.
Okay.
I rented a station wagon.
You Americans don't do well with the small cars, right?
Right. I was asking for the biggest thing that they had, but then I saw the price of your gas, and I was like, give me something smaller.
Yeah.
Serrote com Daniel Fontoura.
Olá, pessoas! Eu podia começar já isto em inglês, porque já devem ter visto quem é que está aqui. Jerry Connell, hoje a dar ao Serrote. Jerry, hi.
How are you?
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, my Portuguese is terrible.
I just said that you were going to get naked for everyone watching and listening to this podcast. So
let's
go. Do it.
No, that would be offensive. I wouldn't do that.
Why it will be offensive?
I don't know, because I've been eating.
You do not have that self-confidence that.
No, I just had a custard. What was the?
Pastel nata.
I just had a pastel nata, and it's like a little bit. I feel bloated.
Yeah, so that's the feeling of Portuguese all day, every day.
I went to Marvão yesterday.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You went to Marvão, Serra do Marvão.
Right. For those who don't know, it's central Portugal, basically, right?
Yeah, in the center of Portugal. You're probably the first guy that the first thing that he does when it comes to Portugal is just get out of Lisbon and just goes to the hills.
We flew into Lisboa and we rented a car.
Yeah.
I was very proud. We rented a stick shift, which we're not used to in the United States.
Okay, so you and your wife just rented a car in Portugal.
Right.
And with Steve. And just went.
Well, my wife is in a show called Star Trek.
Yeah.
And her co-star was in Marvão.
Really?
Yeah. And
was on vacation or?
He's on vacation.
Okay.
He rented an Airbnb. And he texted her and said, oh, you're going to be in Lisboa? Come out to Marvão. And honestly, I did think it was like the next town over. I thought it was like...
like Sintra, because Sintra is
exactly.
near. Yeah,
I thought it was maybe 30 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And it took over 2 hours to get there. I want to say something else. We were driving and I missed my turn.
Yeah.
And now listen. The roads are amazing. And I do want to say I'm a little worried because I didn't get the pass. What's the V lane? The V when you're driving the
Via Verde?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't get that. So I have a feeling I'm going to owe a lot of money on the road. Because every time I rode under something, I saw like flashes.
It's probably for speed limit. You're just passing this. No. I'm just.
Oh God! I'm gonna have.
Usually when you see a flash in Portugal, you're just you're dead. Yeah, you're dead because the police just got a flash out of you.
But we drove there. It was the Chestnut Festival.
Okay.
I had another reason why I don't want to get naked. I had about 5 bags of chestnuts.
Yeah. So did you like our chestnut, Portuguese chestnuts?
You know what's funny is I've never had a chestnut in my life. I know, I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I've had a lot of peanuts. I've had a lot of almonds. I love peanut butter.
You never had?
I've never eaten a chestnut.
So it's safe to say that Jerry O'Connell
Close enough.
just. I'm just switching the.
It's
last
fine.
name.
I don't even know it.
Jerry O'Connell loves Portuguese nuts. Goes nuts with Portuguese chestnut.
I have to say, I love.
Likes our nuts.
No,
yeah, that's better.
I did love what was the custard thing that I had?
Pastel nata?
I love the pastel nut. I love that. The chestnuts are a little weird. They're like.
Why?
I'm so sorry. I don't want to.
No, that's okay.
But they're like soft.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be eating nuts. You know, you want to like crunch into something.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it depends on how you just
how they're prepared.
How you roast them, because we have some different ways of preparing. But they could if you leave it in the oven for another 5 minutes, they will be more crunchy. And I tried it with salt.
It was not salt. My hands were very dirty. I was like peeling them apart.
You have to try with butter.
Oh, really?
Chestnut. butter.
Really?
And your life just going to change. So, what did you drink?
They were serving beer everywhere and wine,
Okay.
and you just carried a mug around.
Okay.
And we just kept filling it up.
Okay.
And there was music. It was beautiful. First of all, it was beautiful.
Okay. Did you get recognized or?
A little bit. I notice a lot of people here in Portugal, they stop me and they go, hey, who are you?
Yeah.
And I go, I'm me. And they go, no. I know you. And then I'll say, I'm Jerry O'Connell. And then they'll go and they'll look.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh yeah, this is you. And
I know it's
I did
me.
take a lot of selfies
Okay.
yesterday.
Okay.
But it was, it's exciting. I think this is my first time in Portugal. I'm embarrassed about that. It won't be my last. I think people know my face. They just don't know who I am.
Yeah,
It's really
we're
funny.
just talking about that. When I said that I was having Jerry O'Connell, the people just said, "Who? Jerry who?" And I just went, "This guy." Oh yeah, Jerry O'Connell.
Right.
Because I don't believe that people put on the name and the face together.
Right.
But you had big hits.
I went
TV,
to
in cinema. So
I ate last night at a beautiful restaurant, the Palais Chiado, the Palais.
oh, okay, Palacio Chiado.
I ate at the Palacio Chiado.
Chiado?
Chiado. I'm
Yeah?
so sorry. My Portuguese
So
is
that's
terrible.
okay. That's okay.
And it was an amazing. It's beautiful in there.
Okay.
I mean, it's amazing. But the manager came over and said, you know, how was everything? And we went, it was amazing. And she went, listen, we don't know who you are, but we want to get a picture with you. And so,
That's the kind of honesty you can expect from Portuguese.
she was gorgeous. She was very nice. Oh, a couple things. I want to talk about driving in Portugal a little bit.
Please. What kind of car? You probably.
I rented a station wagon.
Okay. Yeah.
I rented a
Because
station wagon.
you Americans don't do well with the small cars, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I was asking for the biggest thing that they had. But then I saw the price of your gas and I was like, give me something smaller.
Yeah. So.
Gas is really expensive here.
Yeah. Welcome to our life.
I want to tell you a funny story about filling up here.
Yeah.
This is really funny.
I
pull into the petrol station.
Yeah.
Okay. I get out of the car. My wife is there. How do you say wife? Minha esposa?
Mulher.
Minha esposa,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My wife is there and I go, hold on a second. I'm going to go pay for the gas. So I go inside and I pull out 40 euros.
Okay.
And I say, hey, I'm on number 12. And I go up there and he goes, okay. And he goes, there's nothing on there. And I went, yeah, I want to get 40 euros on number 12. And he went, what? But you haven't filled up yet. And I went, yeah, I'm paying and then I'll go fill up. And he went, that's not how we do it here, man. Just go and fill up and then come back. Listen, in the States, you can't look at gas without paying first.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I couldn't believe how trustworthy they were.
Yeah.
I said to my wife, I was filling up, I was like, I haven't even paid for this yet.
Yeah, right here, what we do, you can have the two ways. You can pay first, and then, and sometimes, especially at night, you have to pay first and then fill up. But it's usual.
I couldn't believe how trustworthy everybody is
yeah,
here.
we're just good guys, and we're just.
And one other thing, hold on a second.
And sometimes on the news, guy just ran off without paying. It's usual. So.
The rotundas, we don't have those really in the States. You have to be
You don't have runabouts?
Not really. Not like. I mean, like here it's like.
Yeah,
It's like highways.
Yeah.
It's every turn you want to make.
Yeah.
And you have to be. How do you say aggressive in Portuguese?
Agressivo.
You have to be extive when you get into a rotunda. At first, I was like, "Oh, sorry," and then coming in and people were just passing me, and then.
Yeah,
I just get in there and you just don't let anyone in.
Yeah, sometimes it's a fight, and sometimes you just have to win that fight.
Right.
And when you get to runabout, to the rotunda, just look and you just put on your Rambo.
So I have an amazing trick that I found out for the rotundas, okay?
Please.
Because when you're going in, people will just cut in front of you.
Yeah.
Or if people want to turn, they just turn in front of you. So whenever I go into a rotunda, this is terrible advice. But go into a rotunda and then never take your eyes off the road because you have to keep your eyes on the road, okay, everyone? but act like you're leaning down for something. And then people are like, whoa, he's not looking. So, but you're still looking. But like when you go in there, to be like,
Okay. So the trick is
like
just
you drop your phone. Do it.
You just stopped. Yeah?
Let me see you do it.
Or
You're coming
this is
into the
in
rotunda.
motion.
Yeah,
in motion.
you're in motion. and
Okay,
you
I'm
just
in
drove
motion. So I'll go like this.
Just drove in, and someone's going to try and pull in
and
front
I
of
go,
you,
and I
and you go more of a jerky. You got to make it more of a jerky, like
like this.
yeah.
So,
and then they
and
like
they-
see you're
they
not
stop,
looking, and they're like, "Hey, look at the road!"
And you just come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be aggressive.
Okay, that's a good tip.
How do you say aggressive again?
Agressivo.
Aggressivo in the rotundas.
It's kind of like yeah. Yes. It's so amazing because you're in Portugal for a day and you just learned the trick. So that's good. So, but tell me about have you ever? I don't know if you ever heard that word in the States. GPS.
Sure.
To not miss your turns.
Right. We had it in the phone. I didn't want to look
Okay.
at my phone when I was driving, though. I wanted to be right on the road.
Yeah, another tip. In Portugal, sometimes you just check your phone, especially if you have a GPS. It's
very dangerous.
It's
You gotta be
dangerous.
careful.
Do not do that. But sometimes you can have the stand,
Sure.
so you can put on your phone and just go check in.
I would have never found
road.
Marval if
Yeah.
it wasn't for GPS, though.
Imagine 1990.
Getting a
just
map?
Getting a map. Just
Going
going
to the gas station, just driving around.
Do you like to remember those times? You have those memories? Do you like to go back to those days, or?
No, I like the future. It's so fun.
That's because your wife is in Star Trek. You have to say you like the future. So
right. No, it's really fun. It was really fun. I mean, listen, it's fun coming to Lisboa and looking up like what's a fun bar or like.
But it's not a thing that you do very often, or.
Traveling?
Yeah, and do that in some other countries.
You know, I don't travel as much as I should. You know, I should travel more. I'm ashamed that I've never been to Portugal before.
Why
This is crazy.
But why is that? Because you just like to sit and
Well, I'm older.
Get comfy at
No,
home. Or?
I'm older than you. I have kids, so your kids go to school, and like you have to like take them to school and be a parent and stuff, and yell at them and make sure they're not vaping or you have to,
or just doing drugs
Right.
in a corner or something. Yeah. Okay.
So, but as my kids get older, I'll probably start to. I will say this. Yesterday when I got here, it was just. I was so taken with the beauty, and the guy who was driving us from the airport. What's up, Fernando? He was telling us about how a lot of Europeans are moving here, and Portugal is becoming sort of a spot, you know. And
Yeah.
my wife and I looked up real estate afterwards. It's really expensive here. I couldn't.
Especially around this region of Lisbon.
But
it's really.
I get it. It's gorgeous. It's
yeah, but-
really
but-
fun.
but-
So now I need Carter and
AXN?
AXN to keep going, so I can buy an
condo,
apartment here.
apartment here. We're talking about that too. You have your show, Carter, second season's coming up. What it was like to shoot the first season and to do this.
When you do the first
follow-up?
season, when you do the first season, everyone's a little nervous because
you never know. You never know if you get the second one.
Yeah.
So
And the likelihood is that it's gonna not get a second one.
Okay.
So everyone's nervous, and then the second one comes around, and you just sort of have way more fun.
Okay.
And this second season of Carter is way more fun. You know, I play an actor who plays a cop on TV who then moves to a small town like Marveo.
Okay.
And he thinks he can tell the police how they should solve crimes because this is how we do it in Hollywood. And it's really funny. Like I go undercover because I'm an actor. I get into characters. It's a really fun show.
Do you feel that this second season was just like more a a relief to shoot and to be because you had the experience of the first one with the cast, with the crew. You're all just
You just sort of go for it more.
Yeah.
You just go for it more. You get a little crazier. You're not. It's so funny. Like it's like when you first get a job, you don't want to insult anyone. You want to know who the chef is.
yeah, chef. Yeah, chef.
You don't want to upset the chef. You want to like you just want to do your job quietly, and then when you have it, you can sleep in a little bit. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but now you don't want to upset the chef in the second season and in the other one that's following up. How many seasons do you see yourself doing, Carter?
I mean,
because
the only thing that's going to stop Carter...
It's a big compromise because you have, when you do a movie, you just do that movie and just pass on to the other movie. In the TV series, you have to, it's more like a continuous job.
As long as all my Botox and plastic surgery, if I keep up with it and I look young, then I can do it forever.
You look pretty young.
I know, but
for a guy that's 68.
I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna get more Botox when I get home, and I'm gonna look better. However good for as long as I can look good, that's how long the show will go for.
Okay.
So we only have a few more years.
Yeah, it's all on the looks.
I know.
You can not say anything. You just show and just you're like this, like a TV commercial, and the show goes on and on.
Funny.
You know that when I showed your picture to friends and stuff, telling them that you were coming here, a great number of them they just remember that they didn't know your name, but
right.
Some of them, oh, this guy is Kush,
right?
Because Jerry Maguire, it was a big movie, and
yeah.
People still recognize you from that because it happened with me. I don't know if you get that a lot maybe in the States or here in Portugal.
It's funny. People know me from different things. You know, a lot of people know me from. They're like, "Oh, you were the little."
Yeah.
How do you say gordito in Portuguese?
Gordito is it's
a gordito.
Yeah.
Like people are like, oh, you're the gordito in Stand By Me, you know? Some people see that. Some people say Kush.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I was in a Mariah Carey video.
Yeah.
Many years ago. So a lot of people, especially if they're like, I mean, I'm in my 40s. If they're in their 40s, like 20 years ago that happened, they'll be like, oh, you were in the Mariah Carey video.
It was good for you to mention that because I was going to mention that. But how was it like? Because I was just thinking of great actors that just went on music videos, and after seeing your video, I just went. Tony Danza just popped in my head because he was on the Whitney Houston video. I Want to Dance with Somebody, the first one. Tony Danza is just back there. I want to dance with somebody.
I don't remember Tony Danza. Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
But my head just popped to that place, and
I am to Tony Danza. I am to Mariah Carey as Tony Danza is to Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the thing.
I'm Mariah Carey's Tony Danza.
Yeah.
I like
You're
that.
Mariah Carey's Tony Danza. Yeah.
I love it.
So how's your dancing? Your moves?
Yeah, I can do it. I want to dance with somebody. Yeah, I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah. Yeah, I could have been in that video.
Just like that. Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the move. So have you ever thought of doing something in music, for example, or just branching out your brand, your Jerry O'Connell brand?
I mean, I know we're here at RFM. I'm just not very musical. I listen to music. Yeah. I can dance, you know, as you can see, like. But
this dance, like.
Yeah. I'm just not very musical. I'm sorry to say.
No, what's your favorite band?
I grew up in New York.
Okay.
In the 80s, so I love hip hop. I love
What do you listen to when you're at home? What do you got on your?
Well, I now have kids, so there's a lot of Camila Cabello.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Shawn Mendes.
Love you when you call.
Yes.
Sing. Are you okay?
We love the fact that they're boyfriend and
together,
girlfriend.
yeah,
My daughters and I really follow that, whether they're really going out or not. My daughters and I debate about it a lot.
Okay.
We've decided they are going out and they are a couple.
Yeah. You know that Shawn Mendes is half Portuguese.
I did not know that.
Yeah. His
Well,
father
you know
is,
why? Because he's Canadian, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of Portuguese people in Canada.
His father is Portuguese.
Oh, we have an amazing, I have to mention this.
Yeah.
In Carter, we have an amazing Portuguese star in our show, a girl named Jess Salgaro. Am I
Okay.
saying that right? Jess Salgaro? Oh, so
Salgado?
Jess Salgueiro. Jess.
Oh, Jess Salgueiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is her. Everyone should follow her. She's a Canadian actress, really funny.
Okay, and
Here,
she's...
you can get a close-up of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that or not. Is that good? Can you kind of see that?
Yeah.
Very funny. But you know what's funny is so we
Just
shoot
Salgueiro.
Carter and AXN.
Ashizen?
AXN. I'm so
Yeah?
sorry. I've never been to Portugal, man. I'm so sorry. And we shoot.
And how is she?
So we shoot it in northern Ontario, northern
Okay,
Canada.
Canada.
And so we have a lot of great actors and actresses from Toronto, and Jess came up and did an episode with us and was so funny. And she's Portuguese. I didn't realize how many Portuguese people were in Canada.
Yeah,
man.
because we had a lot of immigration in a few years, especially from our islands, the Azores, and to the US, and some to Canada. And sometimes, you know, Sean Desmond is a Canadian musician also.
I don't know, but I'm sure he's amazing.
Yeah, he's kind of like in that hip hop scene also,
Right.
and pop hip hop
Sure.
scene. Actually, Drake, the rapper,
Sure.
just mentioned Sean Desmond
Oh, that's hilarious.
as one of the great Canadian artists,
Oh,
and
that's
he's
hilarious.
Portuguese.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Also, so you still should check it out.
It was crazy, man. We were shooting during the World Cup, and everything shut down when Portugal was playing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's our life here. What are your sports? If you're not that into music, and how about sports? What's your thing? Your basketball?
I mean, the athlete I'm most attracted to, I guess, is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the hottest.
Really?
Of course. Come on.
Okay.
Everybody loves him.
I just I was expecting that something like Tom Brady or something
No,
like
man.
that.
Ronaldo is the hottest athlete in the world. He really is. Always looks good. I kind of
Can't dispute that. So
when I went through extensive hair and makeup. There's a lot of hair and makeup, and where are you? Hi.
Raquel? Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Raquel, right there. I said, here, come here. Yeah, just come here a second.
What about it?
I said, Raquel was doing my hair. Everyone, this is Raquel here, like do my hair a little bit. And Raquel was like, who do you want to look like? And I said, I want to look like Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's just the same.
I'm not.
Is he cool?
And like I said, I want to be tan, and I want my hair to be like really good.
So for being Cristiano Ronaldo, we have to do a thing because
You want to show my six pack?
Let me say
yeah.
some- Let me say something.
That's that's
No, it looks way better.
It's one pack. I have one.
Sorry, it's
Yeah.
all these chestnuts.
You are more beautiful than
No.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
No way.
Believe me.
Oh, but-
No way.
No, you have to do the special celebration that he does when he scores a.
Okay.
Yeah. you Just.
Let me see it. Okay, this is.
It's
gonna
kind
be
of
good.
like you just scored a goal and
Okay,
you're just
yeah.
running to the
Corner?
to the corner or
Yeah,
something,
sure.
and he gets to the corner and he's just like, see.
Okay.
Yeah?
Is that really
Yeah.
it? And he just goes like what? He just runs to the corner and he just goes. See.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
You can clap if
I
you
feel
if
like
want.
him.
Yeah. You're prepared. Everything's in order. So.
Oh, there was a soccer match here when we arrived in Lisboa yesterday.
Yeah, Sporting
A
was
football
playing.
match.
Yeah, A football match, yeah.
And everybody got out when we got out. Everyone was having a good time.
Yeah, especially because the team that the house team just won the match. So
Everyone was in a good mood.
yeah, that's what football does to us. We just get in a good mood or in a bad mood, depending if your team just wins or not. But in the States, you don't pay attention to sports or. You just have your kids and.
I watch American football.
Okay.
I watch a lot of that.
And your kids just play some sports, or they?
You know what's so funny is, so I have two daughters, Niñas. What do you call them? They're gemelas. They're twins. They're
Okay, yeah, I know. The gêmeas.
yeah, gêmeas.
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 Yeah.
And they're girls, and I signed them up for soccer, for football.
Yeah.
When they were very young, when they were like 5.
Because you have a thing in the States that girls play soccer, and it's not a boy sport.
It's both, you
Because,
know.
yeah, that's the thing, the feel that we have here in Portugal. In the States, girls play a lot of soccer, and the States are great at women's soccer. So and they can win a lot of. They have.
Well,
won
yeah, I want
competitions.
I want also it helps to get into university and all that stuff.
Okay, so
I wanted
you're
my
just,
daughters to be
yeah.
athletes, you know.
You're
Well,
thinking
also-
about that.
Well, I want them. I think athletics. I think doing athletics is great. It's good for self-esteem. It's like a team sport, you know.
Did you when you were a kid? Did
You know what? When I went to
any sport?
university, this is so crazy. I was a fencer. You know, with the swords, with like.
Really?
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah,
Crazy.
And you know how to fence.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm so excited. I'm actually I surf a lot, especially in California.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go surfing.
Here in Portugal.
Tomorrow here.
Oh, okay, yeah. You
Not
have to
at
do that.
Nazarene or wherever.
Yeah, Nazaré.
No way, man.
Yeah, the big wave.
No way. I follow it on Instagram, Nazaré. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I said, hey, I can surf, and they went, hey, why don't you go surfing while you're here in Portugal, and we'll film it, and we'll put it on for AXN, sorry. And I was like, great. And they were like, we're going to go to Nazarene. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And they were like, yeah, we're just going to put you on a jet ski and take you out.
You're not that kind of surfer.
No, but hold on a second. I put my kids in soccer, right? I put my girls in soccer, and they took one lesson, right? I got them the shoes and the shorts and the shin guards and the jersey, and I paid for the class. And the coach called me up, right, after their first class, and he went, "Hey, this is coach. This is their coach." And I went, "Hey," and he said, "You know, I taught your daughters last week," and I went, "Yeah." I know, and he went, "Listen, I want to talk to you about them." And I put the phone down and I thought, wow, this is it. Like, this is where you find out you have the next Ronaldo. Like, it starts when they're like 5.
It's kind of like when you were on Jerry Maguire and you got the call.
Yeah.
Because we want you in the big team, yeah?
That's what I thought was happening.
You're having that feeling.
I thought the coach was going to say, listen, these girls
are amazing.
Could be as good as Ronaldo. Yeah. I need to work with them privately. I need to work with them more. You have to dedicate your life to this.
To this. And what did he say?
He said, your daughters are terrible at soccer, and they show no interest. They refuse to do anything I told them. I don't want them in my class anymore.
Your daughter's gone rogue, and
yeah, he said they refuse to do anything. And then I became angry, and I went, listen, man, I paid you to watch them. I don't care if they play soccer or not, football. You're going to watch them, and that's going to be it. And don't call me again.
And they're still having the lessons?
No, they're terrible. They don't do any sports. I try to get them to do sports. You know what they do is acting. They're in like theater at school.
Yeah, it runs in the family, so
it is funny. I do go over the scripts with them, you know.
Yeah, really. They help you study to the.
They don't help me, but I help them. But I mean, I yell at them a lot. I'm terrible. We call it like a stage parent, like a parent who's like pushing their kids. Like, that's what I turn into, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I tell them like,
What?
You just have to be louder. You have to have more of a presence. You have to be better than the other actor on stage.
You're just a very competitive dad, yeah?
You have to win.
Yeah, you have to win every time. So.
Don't talk to the other actors.
Talking about stages, you're going to Broadway?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go do a Broadway show right after this with a great actor named David Alan Grier. He was in Living Color. He's a great Broadway actor. And a great actor named Blair Underwood. And it's a play called Soldier Story. And it was a play that ran over 30 years ago, and it starred Denzel Washington and Sam Jackson. It was a very important play, and it's great. It's exciting.
So,
it's a big deal.
Do you like doing that and going to the theater and then just the TV shows and doing movies? It's a 360 actor.
Yeah,
it's you can
it's
do
fun.
it all,
You know,
yeah?
it's really fun. It's fun to bounce around. I love working on Carter on AXN.
AXN.
I'm so sorry. AXN.
In Wednesday you'll be okay.
AXN.
Yeah, AXN.
It's really fun because
But it's not wrong to love that TV show and to go on and just do other things and.
Hey, you know what else I like is coming on and talking to you. This is like fun, you know.
Okay.
It's all part of the job, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, who'd have thought that I get to come to Lisboa and talk about AXN and Carter.
And chestnuts and driving in a foreign country.
It's really exciting. And listen, here I am, like I'm an old man. How do you say that? I'm viejo. I'm
velho.
Velho. Velho.
Velho.
You. Velho. Velho hombre. How do you say it? Velho.
Homem velho.
Homem velho. And here I am,
you're not.
and I go to restaurants, and people go, "Hey, who are you?" I don't know who you are, but who are you? Hey, my chef doesn't know who you are, but she wants to take a picture with you. So come on.
It happens a lot. But are you going? And about how about movie projects you have?
I have a movie called The Secret coming out, which is based on that book. It's a famous book called The Secret, and it stars Katie Holmes and Josh Lucas. It's a really fun big movie and very motivational. It's a story based on the sort of, I don't want to say the rules of The Secret, but like the principles of The Secret, you know?
Okay. So it's a feel-good movie? So you can get out of the
yeah, I mean, I don't... yeah, it's like
because the book, it's kind of a feel-good book, so...
It's a book that's sort of, you know, I don't know if you know what The Secret is, and you know, I don't want to sound like I'm in a cult or anything, but like it's the, you know, it tells you to like basically like envision things and it will happen, and it's
a story about positive things.
It's a story about Katie Holmes and how she's in a little bit of a rut. Her character is, and it's about how she hopefully gets out of that rut.
Okay. If you're doing a play that Sam Jackson just did, and you did Superman voices. What's your next step to get on an Avengers movie or a superhero movie? Because you're getting you're climbing the.
Well, I do play Superman.
A good ladder.
I do play Superman in the DC animation movies, so that's pretty good. I can't complain. But yeah, I probably have to go to the gym a little more.
Have you ever tried to go to
the gym? I did.
Yeah.
I tried this morning and it didn't happen. Instead, I ate a custard tart.
Yeah, pastel nata.
A pastel nata.
You're talking, and it just seems like my life. Going to the gym, no, just having a pastel nata. Yeah, but have you ever tried to go on cast to be Superman? Actually,
Yeah, I auditioned once for Superman.
Okay.
Years ago.
And it just said, it's nice. Let us keep the voice.
Well, you audition, as an actor, you audition a lot, and you don't get everything, you know? Okay. But I auditioned for Superman. I forget who did that version, but it was years ago. It wasn't Henry.
Christopher Reeve?
Yeah, that's how old I am. Veho. It may have been Brandon Ruth. It was years ago. But I auditioned for Superman.
Okay.
Listen, I thought the audition was pretty good, but obviously
They didn't.
obviously they didn't.
How's your flying? You have to do that thing.
Yeah,
Flying. Yeah.
I was. Well, you know, it's funny when I do the animated voice of Superman. It's like because you have to play two characters. You have to play Clark Kent and you have to play Superman. And my, you know, my Clark Kent, he has to be a little like he's a little bit of a nerd. You know, he's got glasses and, you know, you have to
no social skills.
But then when you play Superman, you have to like have a deeper voice. Because also a lot of my scenes are with Batman, and he's always like,
Yeah, Batman has that voice.
and there's an actor named Jason O'Mara who plays Batman, and
He's very
just
deep.
he's just he's got a deep voice. So I can't let his voice be too much deeper than mine.
Yeah, you cannot have, hey, what's up, Superman? Hey, Batman.
Right.
Yeah,
You
so,
can't
okay.
have that.
Yeah.
And also I have to represent Superman, and there's like kind of a rivalry between Batman and Superman.
When you're recording the voice, when you're flying, are you recording like this so you can get the feel? Oh yeah, so you have to do the thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I actually jump off the chair and I do all my lines.
Yeah. This is how when you know you have a great actor. He's just an actor that does this stuff. Have you imagined like Carter go on a little town like Marvão and just live your life and just peace and quiet?
No, I like the city. I like
because
Lisboa. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's
because you're from New York, so you get that vibe, that rush, and sometimes it's hard to get out to a smaller city and to.
I just like the nightlife. It was I couldn't believe how last night Lisboa everybody was up all night long. It was really fun.
You get out. You went to
I went out.
a bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a bar. I walked down that one little side strip where all those bars are. That was a little too crazy for me.
Caixetre?
There was a place called. Was it
Caixetre.
called Mahjong? There was like a bar there. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like it was too young though. I'm like too old for that crowd. It's like kids, you know.
You get out when when you were younger.
Would I have gone there? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
but do you actually go to clubs and just get out late?
Yeah,
and,
sure.
Yeah?
I mean, I had to be up early this morning. I didn't want to look like hell for you, you know. Although they did have to wake me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raquel was like banging on my door.
Jerry,
wake up! Yeah.
Okay.
I was like in my underwear, like, oh, okay.
And just look at his six pack and said, yeah, this is great guy. Right. Talking about I know that it's we get two types of people in the world. Getting up early, getting up late. What do you choose?
Getting up late.
Late. Yeah.
But you have to know I have like kids now, so they wake up very early.
Okay.
I don't know why my children wake up so early.
Every children just wake up early. They
What
have
is that? Why don't they sleep?
They have a different clock inside, so the 6 a.m. and they just get time to mess up my dad.
I always slept.
Yeah. Really? As a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in, I don't know, 6 years old, 7 years, 8, you just slept?
Yeah.
The whole morning?
If it was a Saturday, I slept till noon.
Really? Is it
Just slept.
Don't get up to watch cartoons or something like that?
A little bit, but I mean, my kids are up immediately, 6 a.m.
And
crazy.
They just go to your room and just
watch TV and like
in your room?
Yeah.
And girls, you just have a TV over there.
I
just
know.
go. No, you cannot do anything about it.
They like to be in bed with my wife and I.
Okay, so in these two types of
People.
of people in the world, first cereal, first milk. What do you do first? You put on the milk first and then the cereal?
No, cereal first and then the milk.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know anyone who puts milk in first.
Yeah,
They're
I
psychos.
know. Yeah.
There's something wrong with them.
Yeah. Yeah, because you cannot, because when you get the cereal after you're putting the milk, they just get too
It's crazy.
mushy. I don't know.
I
yeah.
actually wait for my. I like to leave my cereal for a little bit and let it get mushy. I leave it for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
You like, yeah?
Yeah.
That,
That's what I like.
Don't like it crunchy?
And then what I do, I don't like it crunchy. And then what I do is, I finish my cereal and there's usually some milk in there. I put a little more cereal in there.
Okay.
And then I use that milk in there and then I finish it off.
Okay. Okay, so, yeah, but first cereal, I like that. Meat or fish?
Meat.
Okay.
Does that offend you as
No. We like meat in Portugal. You have to, if you like meat, man, you're in the
It was
right
crazy.
country. So
I told you I went to Marveo yesterday and we ate lunch right up there. Beautiful. It's like Game of Thrones up there. I mean, it's like a stone on a mountaintop village.
Yeah.
And we ate at the restaurant there. I've never eaten more meat in my life. I just ordered like the sampler platter and I thought it was going to be a few pieces of meat.
no.
And the amazing waiter kept coming over and putting more meat
Yeah.
on my plate.
Yeah.
And then,
Until you said, man, I really don't want
well, no.
anything.
I left, like, there was a piece of veal like this big. I mean, this is after I ate a lot of meat. I was sweating. And there was a big piece of veal. And I ate half of it, okay?
Okay. It wasn't good enough?
Well, he came over and he was like, you have to finish. And he brought a knife for me, like a bigger knife. And he went, do you need help cutting this? And I went, I can't eat anymore, I'm so sorry. And he was like, no, you have to finish this before you go. And I was like, oh, wow. And I finished it, and it was amazing.
And then you just roll out of the...
Oh my gosh.
The restaurant.
Well, then I just walked around for 2 hours, but man, it was really good meat. And I'm a big fan of meat.
Yeah, in Portugal we have
Really good meat.
Yeah, really good meat, and you have to go to the Azores. It's an island. It's our island, Portuguese island. We have great meat over there. You can get here in the continent. You can get the Azorean meat also, but it's great. We have veal, great.
Oh,
pork, veal, and
you know what I had never seen? This is gonna make me sound so American, sorry, but
what?
you have all these blonde cows. I had never
Blonde
seen like
cows.
blonde cows.
Yeah, you only.
When I was driving yesterday, they're blonde, right?
Yeah, it's different species of cows. So
Well, what's the deal
we
with
have,
that?
We have brown cows, we have
Sure.
blonde cows, and we have those black and white and black.
Well, that's
black
what
and
we have. We have
Yeah.
black and white, and we have
Yeah.
brown cows.
Yeah.
I've never seen a blonde cow
Yeah.
in my life.
And we have
I said to my wife,
all black cows, and yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think I've even seen all black cows. I've never seen a blonde cow. My wife and I were amazed. I almost got out of the car and took a picture of it.
You just thought, oh, there's a stupid cow. It's the blonde one.
No, come on.
Just
I
blonde
know,
jokes.
I
You can,
know.
yeah, it's inevitable. So, but yeah, we have different species, different types of meat. You have to try it all. You cannot leave Portugal. Actually, we have right here. I don't know where you're going to lunch, but here near our radio station, we have a great restaurant that just brings you a piece of meat in a hot stone, and you just cook your meat.
Wow.
And it's
wow.
great. It's great.
That's here at the cafeteria at
No,
RFM?
it just-
I'm kidding.
it just-
I'm kidding.
Let's go right now. Popcorns with sugar or with salt or the mixed or because
Just salt.
just salt.
Yeah. My wife does a crazy thing
know that-
when we go to movies. Sorry.
No. Can you mix the salt and the sweet? Because I believe that in Portugal we don't do well with salt popcorns. We are more like sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
the sugar. But
My wife, when we go to the movies, we get a popcorn and she puts M&Ms in the popcorn. It's crazy. And so when you go in, you're
not
eating
crazy.
popcorn and there's like M&M in there.
That's the definition of life, right over there. Salty popcorns and M&Ms.
Yeah, it's too weird for me. It's like, it's too much happening inside.
But M&Ms with the nuts or just the chocolate ones?
Just the chocolate ones.
Okay.
but it's too much weirdness. I don't like it.
Over here,
Yeah.
this area.
I don't know what to expect. You know, when I eat something, I want to know what to expect.
Wine or beer?
Beer.
Okay.
Just beer.
And beer, in the glass or in the bottle?
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm not classy in a bottle.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be you're supposed to put it in.
But if it stays in the bottle, it stays cooler for.
I understand that. But what's so funny is my father's English. I'm a British citizen. I have a British passport. And
English or Irish?
English.
Okay.
And my father was born in London.
Okay.
He's a super veho. He was born during World War II. He's like old.
Okay.
And he only drinks beer in a glass.
Yeah, but
And it's-
that's a British thing.
Yeah.
So,
And it's so funny. Because I'm American, I only drink out of the bottle.
yeah. And when you get to your dad's house and just grab a beer and he doesn't look at you and, what are you doing, son? There's a glass.
He just always drinks it out of a glass. It's so crazy.
But he doesn't pick you for drinking.
Nah.
Nah.
I'm much bigger than him.
Yeah.
He's a tiny man.
You're a grown up now, so Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Man, I got to tell you, I drank a lot of. This is so crazy. I used to love Diet Coke a lot.
Diet Coke?
Diet Coke.
Okay.
I drank a lot of Diet Coke. I don't know why. It was just.
To keep the.
You know,
the
I was a
six-pack,
big
the one
I was a
pack.
big Diet Coke drinker at like work. It just like kept
Okay.
me awake
Really?
all day. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
It's your energy drink.
You know what? Now that I'm older though, I drink a lot more coffee.
Okay.
I love coffee.
Yeah. Okay.
Coffee's I drink it all day. I drink it before I go to sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And it doesn't keep you from
No.
sleeping? Okay.
It's so weird. I love it. I love the fact that. Oh, by the way, great coffee here in Lisboa.
You tried our espresso? And
Yeah.
Because, you know, I feel like it's different from the whole world. Portuguese coffee, it's different from the whole world, and I feel that when I go abroad and just come back, and the first thing that I do when I get to the airport is just a Portuguese coffee.
That's
at
exactly
the airport.
That's exactly what I did. You
Yeah?
know, I went right to that counter, and it was
Yeah.
just it was great.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm a huge fan of coffee.
Okay. I'm also a fan of coffee. It's good. Mayo, ketchup, or mustard?
Look, I don't want to offend any mayo people. I don't do mayo. I just don't do it.
Okay.
I don't
At
want
all.
to offend. I don't
all.
want to look. Well, I know we live in a time where people get offended, and like you say
Yeah.
things on podcasts, and it really
Oh,
upsets
God.
people.
He offended mayo.
Right.
And the ketchup guys just go on.
My
Protesting.
mom didn't like mayo, and it was passed down to me.
So you're ketchup and mustard?
I'm ketchup and mustard. Now my children love mayonnaise. They love it. Mayonnaise with everything. There's always mayonnaise in our house. They love it.
And
So
and
I
you
buy
know-
mayonnaise now, and it's around our house a lot.
Yeah, and you know when they just did a lot of mayo because you're not consuming at the
I
time,
just don't
and your
eat-
wife doesn't.
I just don't eat mayonnaise. And my wife is Dutch, so she eats mayonnaise with French fries and stuff. Like she gets French fries and dips it in mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And I'm like throwing
What I-
up, throw up.
Book or movie?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's a stupid question.
no. I'm gonna answer this honestly.
Because you're a
Hold-
movie guy.
let me answer. I want to make sure that my mind is always sharp and that, I'm always learning new things. So, movie. No, I love to sit down and just like, if it's raining outside, watch a movie. No, I want to make sure, I try to make sure like my vocabulary is great and that I am, I try to stay intelligent, so I just watch TV and movies. I
If
really
you're in
only
the
watch.
airport, just pick up your phone and watch.
I really only watch AXN.
Ashish.
Ashish.
Come on, you can do it. Ashish.
AXN.
Yeah.
AXN.
iOS or Android?
I'm a droid guy.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's so crazy too, because when I pulled out my phone in front of you just to post a little picture of this thing, I gave you my phone and said like, hey, just type in and you went, ew, 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 ew.
yeah.
You got grossed out.
No, because I'm an iOS guy, so you just get used to it, and they just put another phone in your hands, and you're just like, what's this? So how do you do that? And if you gave me that's a
An Android.
no, that's a Samsung. So if it was an Huawei or another
Right.
one, I would just look, whoa.
Well, let me tell you why I'm a droid. Is everyone else in my family is Apple, iOS. My kids and my wife, and they all text each other. They're all on the same thing. I don't want my family seeing my texts.
You're the smart one. Oh,
I mean, like, you and I are friends now. Who knows what I'm going to text you? It could be about Cristiano Ronaldo. It could be like private texts.
Yeah.
I don't want my children on their iPads being like, oh, Mom, Dad is talking about Cristiano Ronaldo again.
You just said that you were going to send me some photos.
Shirtless selfies.
Shirtless selfies.
I'm going to do it when I get back to the hotel.
Yeah, please do that. I want to post it. Did you have musics that changed your life, or that when you hear that music, you just transport yourself to that time and age and to a different...
I'm a big Prince fan.
Okay.
I really like Prince.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just music is the best.
Yeah. Okay. And just transport you to youth, or...
Yeah, I just
Where
think
you
there was
go-
I just think there was no musician like him in our time. I saw him in concert a couple times. God rest his soul. It was he was great.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's good. Prince is a good choice. If you have the ability to delete or to undo any moment at all in your life, what would it be? Or
I don't know.
If you don't want to
I don't want to
anything?
get. I know I've been like not serious in this interview, but in a serious moment, I think every experience, even the bad ones,
Okay.
you sort of have to go through. You know.
To get to the
mean-
good ones and to appreciate
just
the good ones.
like it's experiences. You know. I mean, I guess I've made some bad movies. You know, I've made some bad TV shows. Not Carter and AXN.
No, that one. Shizen.
Shizen, sorry.
That's the best
Shizen.
one you ever did.
But I think everything is an experience, you know?
Okay.
And it's like funny, even if you're going through a bad time personally or professionally, just remember it's going to get better, and you're going to use that as a learning experience. You know what? I
Yeah.
did a TV show, this is years ago now, that was immediately canceled. Like, it went on the air, and like halfway through the episode, like, it got canceled. They like pulled it off. It got terrible reviews.
Okay.
And they immediately canceled it. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, like, my career's over. Like, that's it.
Okay.
And I was depressed, you know? And I can't explain it. It's like, it makes me laugh now, you know? It's just so funny. Like, because here I am in Lisboa, and like, I'm talking about Carter on AXN, and
it's getting better. Not perfect, but it's getting better. Okay.
and it's just funny,
and
man.
if you had stayed in that depressive moment, you could not advance.
I mean, I'm still depressed. I just don't show it, you know?
Okay. Were you
private.
depressed?
I'm depressed privately.
Were you depressed after Kangaroo Jack?
No.
Okay.
I loved Kangaroo Jack.
It's a funny movie.
For those who don't know, I was in a kids movie called Kangaroo Jack. I mean, listen, a lot of people like say like, you know, you were in that kangaroo, like, yeah, you're the guy who got beat up by a kangaroo.
You want
it
to talk about it? You want to get it out of your chest?
but it was a really fun movie. It was really cool. It was a funny kids movie. It's the only movie that I've been in that my kids like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get still talk with the kangaroo? Still text?
Yeah.
And
text, mostly over Instagram. We can't I can't iMessage him because I have a Droid, and he has a app. He has an iOS.
You talk on Instagram, so
Yeah, I know.
yeah, okay. This is very good. What are your expectations with this TV series with Carter? Do you want to go to a bunch of countries after Portugal, promoting the show and talking about, I don't know,
You know what's funny about
the 10th season of Carter because it's going on so well? And
you know what's funny about Carter on AXN?
Sheesh, N.
Ashish.
N.
Shishen.
Yeah.
Ashishen. You know what's funny about it is it does really well internationally. You know,
Yeah.
we make the show in North America, and it does really well in Europe for some crazy reason. And I think it's because it's what we call like a crime procedural, like CSI, Law and Order,
NCIS.
NCIS. It's the same thing. There's a murder, and then we have to solve it. And you meet a bunch of suspects, and it's usually the one who you didn't think did it who did it.
The butler,
Right.
usually.
And there's an interrogation scene, and there's a chase scene, and there's a fight scene, and there's a car chase. We do it all. But in Carter, because I'm an actor who plays a cop on a TV show, I say to my partner, hey, this is the part in the show where we have a car chase scene. And then we get into a car chase scene. And then I say before, like an interrogation, I go, let me interrogate because I know how to be a really mean interrogator.
And you do good cop, bad cop?
Yeah. And then I go in there and I like bang on a table and stuff. And it's really funny. And so I think it's very familiar to people, but we make fun of things that are very familiar to people. And I think people really
Relate?
really like it. I think it really works well. And I think it works well in an international scene because there's something that's so distinctly, American about a procedural. You know, David Caruso with his glasses.
Yeah.
You know,
Just his bad face and bad voice.
well, you know, just like, and by the way, that's what I do in the show. I always have glasses and I say things like, I can smell murder. And like I say things like that, and people are like, what? What are you talking about? And I'm like, it's a line from the show. Let's just go. And, you know, our dream on Carter would be if David Caruso came and did an episode of Carter.
David Caruso.
You know,
You're invited to Carter.
his character was Horatio Kane,
Horatio Kane, yeah.
in CSI Miami.
Yeah.
And it would be an honor. Mr. Caruso, I'm talking to you. If you came on to Carter and like the two of us went head to head, and just like me with my glasses and him with his glasses, and just like me trying to out David Caruso. I mean, could you imagine a
and
scene?
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, yes, of course.
Imagine.
Listen, we're huge Chuck
because
Norris fans.
He was Walker.
Walker,
Yeah.
100%. It would be great to have Chuck Norris. Actually, that's a great idea. It would be great to have Chuck Norris. But Carter is a little more like CSI. You know, I don't wear a cowboy hat. I don't wear a
belt.
A belt. Yeah, a belt. I don't have a buckle. I don't know karate.
But it's a small town like
Walker, right?
Like Walker, and
Sure.
think about that because David Caruso and Chuck Norris
You're
special Carter episode.
You're
You're
absolutely
just-
right. You're absolutely right.
The whole world just going to blue.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Because Chuck Norris always fits in every TV series and every movie.
It's true. It's true.
Jerry, please leave us an invitation for those. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say stupid, but
That's okay.
For those Portuguese that haven't seen Carter and they don't know what they're missing, please invite them to watch. Otherwise, you are going to go to their places and just beat them up.
Of course, I'm not going to beat anyone up. I'm going to come over there and we're going to watch it together on AXN.
Yeah? Tá bom, tá. She said.
This is like you're like Berlitz for me. You're like my language school for Portuguese.
So, Mr. Carter, let's go over the topics.
Sheesh, and
yeah, okay.
veho.
Homem.
Homem
Velho.
veio.
Yeah. You're great. So, invite everyone to watch
Come
the
and watch
show.
Carter on Ashishen. It's amazing. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be as enjoyable as this discussion was.
Discussion.
And I can take the dog with me, right?
Yeah, you can take the dog with you.
Good boy. Yes.
It's called rolhas.
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 Yeah, because rolhas is the thing that you have in the bottles when you just leave the
Oh,
cork.
yeah, sure.
The
Rolhas.
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 Yeah, he's nice and
He's a good boy. I'm going to take him with me.
Jerry, thank you
you.
very much. You're great.
Yeah.
And sorry for my English.
Sorry for my Portuguese.
Yeah, your Portuguese was great. How is the name of the channel?
Ashishen.
Yeah.
Carter and Ashishen. Come on. Thanks, man.
It's great.
That was a really fun.